shooting tips. You guys don't want to miss this, so tune in now.
Welcome, everyone, to an exciting broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports. Some great action in store tonight, seeing some of the best and brightest young players on the hardwood. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We've got the Kansas Jayhawks taking on the UConn Huskies.
There is no feeling like a packed house on a college campus. You can just feel the electricity in the air as two major colleges go head-to-head on the hardwood.
And even though this game isn't a must-have game, it feels like a tournament game, a one-and-done type situation. Both of these programs know that a win here could be huge for them as they get ready to make a run in March.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Kansas Jayhawks. They've got Duncan, and it's Terry in at the 4.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are... confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Here's Lee following the bucket by the Huskies. Oubre with it. Good ball movement here by the Jayhawks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And Kansas always seems to be in title contention. I mean, the program does a great job of finding tough players and having a system that fits them best. Rarely are they not a title contender.
And so here's Kansas. Duncan kicks to Terry. Back to Lee. Pass to Duncan. They set the pick. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And one thing about UConn that has been true all throughout their rise as a power, they have always played solid defense. It's something the program really hammers home.
And Greg, you mentioned UConn moments ago and their defensive pride. Some great defenders, Clark, have come out of that school.
Yeah, you look at Emeka Okafor and Hashim Thabit. Both were dominating rim protectors. And even their guards and swingmen get after you defensively.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Boy, some really big names have come out of the Kansas Jayhawks program into the NBA. A pair of first overall picks in their history. Believe it or not, Wilt Chamberlain wasn't one of them. You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Outside Williams. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in. Williams has got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
And that one's good. Free.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
Here's Williams following the basket by Freak. Williams can't hit. Well, on the topic of Wilt Chamberlain's draft was under that territorial right, which was why he wasn't first overall. But if you add him to the list, that would make 3 total Jayhawks taken number 1, Greg.
Yeah, along with Danny Manning and also Andrew Wiggins being the overall number 1 selection. I mean, the Jayhawks have had a ton of talent, though, in the lottery over the course of their history. This school has produced just tremendous talent year in and year out.
Like Paul Pierce. And so in the game for the Jayhawks, they've got Frazier. Duncan is out there with Williams. And it's Dedmon in at the 4-man position.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And the Huskies going with a whole new group out there. Some changes for Kansas. And the first half is now in the books. UConn leads by 9. And don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half. Hello and welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
And guys, I think we may see some strategies being adjusted here as we get into the second half. Still plenty of time to cut into this lead.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, Freak has done a good job of getting his team in this position, and they got themselves a bit of breathing room in the first half, and all they have to do the rest of the way is manage the lead.
On the floor for UConn, Chen in at point guard. Also Keefe out there. And it's Joseph in at the 3, the small forward.
And, you know, we've seen a lot of great point guards over the years, and Freak is right at the top for me. The things he can do with the ball are special. And he knows how to control the flow of the game, too. He's not only highly skilled, but he's a maestro in orchestration.
And it's really interesting. Controlling tempo and pace is oftentimes something that most point guards don't really learn until they are pros. But Freak understands how important that is already. It's a big part of why so many think he'll be successful as a point guard on the next level.
Well, you could pick any team in the NBA and name a Husky that played for him at some point. UConn has had a big impact on the NBA.
I mean, UConn has had a lot of NBA talent pass through their school. I mean, it speaks volumes about how well they are able to develop talent and win championships.
Ahead, and that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And the Jayhawks making a change here. Jenkins checked in. And here is Joseph.
Move the ball. It's
Pass to Keefe. Cutting the screen. Here is Keefe. Shoots from the baseline. Nice jump shot. Good. And UConn leads by 13.
And, you know, you look at the Huskies, a big part of why they get so many future NBA guys is they recruit very well on the East Coast and around the country, for that matter. They are a premier destination school in the Northeast, and that part of the country loves its hoops.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Now here's Jenkins. Gaines dishes to Oubre. Lee outside. Takes a shot at the elbow, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, we've got Oubre, and it's Jenkins in at the 2.
And guys, just thinking about all the great NBA players from UConn. Ray Allen now retired, but he's the biggest name. How about Rudy Gay, Andre Drummond, Kemba Walker, Shabazz Napier? I mean, you could go on and on with the Huskies.
A platoon swap here for Kansas. Freaks checked in for UConn. Here's Duncan. 1:43 left in the second half. Pass to Dedmon. Baseline J on the way. They get the rebound. Can't connect from short range. The Huskies leading by 7. Day kicks to Joseph. Feeds it to Day. The pass to Pierce. Here's Chen. And good as it rattles through the hoop. And UConn leads by 9.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take
It's this simple,
anything for
guys.
granted. Some of the very best
No
players of all
rebounds.
time
No
have come
rings.
from the projects like Freak.
We need to
And he takes
dominate
pride
the
in
glass.
playing for Harlem
Bigs,
when he's on the court.
get the ball off the rim and get it out to our guards so we can get out in transition.
Lee outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
They're on track here in the second half after their less than impressive first half. And I think they came out with some tired legs to start. But they've turned it around. They found some energy, and they look a lot more active and engaged.
UConn with the ball. Following the 3 by Kansas that went in. Martin with a screen on Duncan. Here's Keith. And the layup's good off the glass.
Just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
Well, this lead is too big to overcome. I'm going out on the limb right now. There's just not enough time left on the clock to make up the ground they have to make up.
The 3. And the rebound goes to Martin. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
You're exactly right. I mean, take care of the ball, work the clock. It's a wrap.
Yep, nice game. And the shot is good. And UConn leads by 10.
You other guys, as soon as the shot goes up, crash the glass.
.24 seconds left to play here in the second half. Calderon kicks to Frazier. To the left side wing. Here's Jenkins. That three off the mark. Now Freak. For three. It's off. And so it's UConn with the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in to this broadcast of college basketball on 2K Sports.